and salutations, my lovely little bitelings. Now today I have a different kind of video for you. Just like my previous kind of like live video, I'm gonna be asking you guys a question. What question, you may ask? Well, I'll get to that in a second, but before I do, I want to tell you guys about Discord. Now, you've probably heard about Discord. It's a fantastic program. The reason I'm specifically talking about Discord right this moment is because we have one, if you are unaware. Now, we've got a ton of you lovely little bitelings there, but I thought I'd try to spread the information that we have at Discord in as many places as possible, so you guys actually know that there's a place where you can talk with myself, or Stix, or stay updated with what we're doing, or just talk with other lovely little bitelings like yourself there. Rapthorn Lightweaver, the fantastic fellow himself, he is currently doing a Steam gift card giveaway for you lovely little bitelings. So if you were on Discord, you'd be able to participate in this. Basically, there's just a lot of stuff you can do on Discord, and you can communicate with us and say if something goes wrong with a live stream, my internet cuts, or the power cuts, as yesterday my power was cutting. You'd be able to know this if you're on Discord because I talk to you guys on there. So basically, if you want to talk to awesome people, and you want to talk to myself or Stix, then you should definitely be on our Discord. Now, Discord link will be right here. It's probably like, it's probably somewhere. It's like, maybe it's on my face. Maybe it has become my face. I don't even know. Maybe I am the Discord. Woo, I'm the Discord link. Click me, click me. Okay. Back on track. What I wanted to actually talk to you guys about, to start off, I wanted to ask you guys a question. If you could make an MMORPG, any kind of MMORPG, the one that you would be playing, the game that you would never leave, what kind of MMORPG would it be? And describe it. Now, I asked you guys a question last time, and you guys seem to love it. And I love reading through the comments and seeing what you guys had to say. But yeah, I really liked asking you guys a question. You guys seem to respond well to it, so I thought, you know what? Hey, why don't I ask them another question? Because it's nice knowing what you guys actually think, instead of just me, you know, talking, rambling about me dying and things. So I thought I'd ask another question. So how it is you just generally describe what kind of game you would make if you had the option to make it. What kind of game you would be playing if you could make it. Now, I will go first so you guys get an idea of how this works. So, my ideal MMORPG, the MMORPG to beat all MMORPGs. The one I would never leave. Now, the thing is, if I had an MMORPG, and the perfect MMORPG for me would be one that has Soul Workers combat, but not exactly Soul Workers combat. So the combat would be action, like I said, but unlike Soul Worker, I would want the monsters and or bosses to actually kind of show that they've hit me, rather than just knocking me over when they hit me too hard. Because in Soul Worker, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been dying a lot. Now the reason being, besides the fact that I'm not very good at it, is the monsters don't really telegraph that they're smacking you. In some games like Black Desert and or Vindictus, when you get hit by a monster, your character actually makes a movement backwards, gets staggered, can't keep hitting. Now that's also annoying, but the thing is in Soul Worker, you can keep fighting when you're being hit, and you don't know you're being hit till you're dead. Now that is a problem for me. I still love Soul Workers combat, it's just, you end up dead, because there's only one way to tell if you're being hit, and that is when you hear a thud. Now there's a lot of thuds going on in Soul Worker. There's your compadres smacking the monsters, there's you smacking the monsters. This is so many sounds. How do you know you're the one being hit? You know what I mean? So, I would prefer Soul Workers combat, but monsters telegraphing that they're hitting you a little bit better. Moving on, I would have an open world-ish MMORPG. Now, I say open world-ish because it would be similar to Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy XIV's world, where it's instanced, but the regions are so large, you don't actually care at that point. I love those kinds of regions. It also makes it easier for you to load because it's not loading everything in the whole world. Like, if you see that giant mountain in the distance, yeah, that's already preloaded. So yeah, I would like a world style like Guild Wars 2 or Final Fantasy XIV, with varied regions, varied monsters, so it doesn't get boring. Yeah. Now my graphical style would be somewhere similar between Soul Worker and Final Fantasy XIV because I love anime, I love the anime theme. So somewhere between the two would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, if it had Soul Worker's graphics, that would be fantastic. If it had Final Fantasy XIV's graphics, it would be amazing. A mixture between the two, mind blown. Then we've got PvE content. I would love there to be lots of PvE content. I would love for it to be constantly updated so that you can never run out of stuff to do. That would be amazing. I would also like PvP in the game because PvP is important to me, but I wouldn't have open world PvP. I would have instanced off PvP, like battlegrounds from World of Warcraft, for instance, because while I would love to go kill that random person that was killing those monsters that I really wanted to kill and now I have to wait for them to respawn, I also don't want to be griefed when I'm just derping around or when I want to go get a packet of chips. You know what, I'm gonna AFK for a second and then come back and then I've been murdered. That's just annoying. So I would prefer instance-based PvP. Lastly, I would like there to be a lot of classes. Doesn't necessarily need to be a lot of races because I never really play anything other than small people or humans, so I don't really need a variety of races. I mean, having the option for a variety of races would be good, in my opinion, because I'd love to see the other races running around, but I personally wouldn't be them. But I would like a variety of classes because one of my favorite MMORPGs is World of Warcraft, and I made a lot of alternate characters, which would require me to be different classes, because I'm not going to make an alt for no reason. So having a variety of classes is definitely important because I'm an altaholic, and WoW allowed me to do so. But generally, that's my kind of game. That's the perfect kind of game. Action combat, open world-ish games, lots of content for PvE, PvP if I want to do it, good graphics, and the community isn't necessarily a big issue for me because I played World of Warcraft and that had a toxic community and I still love the game to death. I played Guild Wars 2, which has an absolutely fantastic community, but it doesn't really bother me all that much. But yeah, that's my ideal MMORPG. So now, it is your time to tell me what your ideal MMORPG would be. The MMORPG to beat all MMORPGs. What would keep you playing forever? Now, you could say that it has an in-depth crafting system, since I completely skipped over crafting because I personally just skip over crafting because I'm like, oh, you want me to make a sword? No, thank you. I'm gonna go buy one from the auction that someone else made. I'd rather just get the gold to buy the weapon that's already pre-made by a crafter. I'm not a crafter. I can't do it. I'm not a crafter. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. If you want, you can just use a basic summary like I like action combat, or I like an MMORPG that's fun, or I like an MMORPG that's different. You don't have to go into detail, but I would love to read what you guys have to say. It's interesting for me. So with that being said, I would like to also point out that the next video that will be coming out is going to be talking about the state of MMORPGs as a whole currently. Now that's probably more of a serious discussion, contemplating how MMORPGs are going, where MMORPGs will be going, and the future of MMORPGs, and all MMORPG related subjects. Either way, this is just a kind of fun video for you and I to participate in, for us to just have a friendly conversation on what we would do if we could make an MMORPG for ourselves. So yeah, that's it. That's what I think. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. And as always, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are. And I will see you lovely little Bytelings in the next video or live stream. And if you would like to see videos we've done prior, just click one of the links that are going to appear on this general screen in a moment. Either way, bye-bye!
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back.